Our 101 course is a fantastic introduction to the simulation industry. They're able to ask questions and interact with the instructors. They're able to sit down and learn what a simulator is, what makes up a simulator. The demos that we go to see, they're able to interact with companies that are showing those demos. Students are able to get out and see some of the actual flight simulators and some of the subsystems that make those up, able to put their hands on them, see them work. Our 101 and our 202 course are both 4 days. We do classroom in the mornings and the early afternoons, and then we'll go to local companies for demonstrations. We have several instructors that bring their expertise in many disciplines into the classroom and their experiences throughout their career in simulation.
We end up having a lot of students that are new to simulation, so they may be an experienced engineer in something else. So they really don't understand what goes into building a simulator. So it's a big introduction just in general to what you're trying to build, how all these pieces interact with each other. They probably haven't seen a system like that before. I teach the 101 how to build a simulator course, and then the 202 course as well, which is the deep dive into the IG and data display system.
I am the Information Systems Security Officer. My job is to ensure that the systems that we handle here at AVT comply with the cybersecurity requirements that the government has. My part in the class is to teach the cybersecurity portion, recent attacks, and the magnitude of how much it costs, why a trainer needs to have a cybersecurity certification. The portion of the cybersecurity that we teach is very specific to the Department of Defense. Here we teach you specifically what are the tools that DoD uses and how to analyze those reports.
I went into simulation right out of my career in the Navy back in the late 90s. I transitioned from flying helicopters for the US Navy to working on civilian flight simulators. I started as an electrical engineer, moved into system engineering, went back to school for visual system engineering. I worked at a projector company for a little while, and now I'm back into the integration side of things here at AVT.
I am a systems engineer, so just generally top-level design of training systems. Got a couple of degrees where I specialized in simulation. Got a PhD in interactive simulation, which is what we do. And I've worked in the industry for 42 years.
I have a graduate degree in Master's Information Systems. I joined the Air Force and my job there was as an intelligence officer. My experience as an intelligence officer helped me realize how important it is to protect information, what we need to do to our systems, our networks. The missions of our armed forces depend on keeping that information safe.
In my day-to-day work environment is working in simulation, so I'm able to bring the experiences that I have every day and continue to have into the classroom and share those experiences with the students.
It's a very interesting environment to work in. Never gets boring. Every sim is different. So it's definitely not repetitive. You're not building 1,000 widgets that are the same.
Many students are outside of Orlando. We have some foreign governments come in to get an introduction to flight simulation. So it's not just US people. The Swedish government will send brand new employees down that really have not been exposed to flight simulation to be able to specify their flight simulators better. We not only teach classes in person, but we do them online as well. We've taught several courses to an Air Force base here in the US.
Even when we're doing government agencies, training classes for them, a lot of the people in those classes are new to the simulation world. This is kind of an introduction for them to see exactly what goes into building a sim.
Our 101 and 202 courses give the students opportunity to gain continuing education credits with UCF. I like to teach these courses because I get an opportunity to share my experiences and some of my education with future upcoming engineers and people in the simulation industry. It's a good opportunity to help a warfighter. You get to do a lot of fun things. At the end of the day, when you're all done building this simulator, you get to play with it. You know, it's a really interesting thing. You're ultimately putting something together to be used to teach other people, whether that be a more lethal warfighter or to be a better pilot. There's so many different aspects to simulation. that it's really never dull. There's always something interesting to do. Be part of putting a simulator together and then seeing it all come together, delivering to the customer, and knowing it was a job well done.